Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of my Space Engineers scenario. I still haven't nailed down the name. I'm thinking about going with scenario though, instead of like survival series. Because while it is a survival series, I feel like everyone says it's a survival series. Like, I set this up, there's like a mission involved, so it's a scenario. Not a campaign, because like, there's not like an extended story, so it's a scenario. So between episodes I did go mining. I got all the major ones. I didn't get silver and gold, but copper, iron, nickel, ice, more stone, magnesium. So I can make everything except bottles. I think bottles require silver. Access it from here. It's okay, I can't make bottles yet anyway, because I need an upgraded assembler. Which I kind of want to work on today. I know we had talked about the printer today, but what good is ships that can mine things if I have nowhere to... Oh, I finished the battery. Sorry, distracted. I finished the battery between episodes. I did do that, because processing got done and I built the things. And I started to weld this up, so I welded the stairs. And started to weld this, and you know, I have these slots here, and you can fall through these as like an engineer. So it seemed kind of dangerous, and so while I was thinking about it, you may notice that these are hole blocks, not the slopey blocks, whereas like here I have like 2 slopey blocks, and then there's this hole. But if I grind this slopey block away, this is a whole block's worth of space, and I can place that there. And it kind of looks weird if you just think about it being jaggedy like that, but once you weld it, it doesn't look that way, and I can still put the wall up this way, like this, so it still will be a flat wall. And you can place stuff on like this, so like if I wanted like, oops, oh, that's the button. I was looking for that button earlier. It's H. Just so we know that that is H. If I wanted like an LCD here, which I will want LCDs. Oh, can you not? I guess you can't connect to this side because it's sloped. You can connect to like this side, but you can't connect to that side. There might be like sloped panels, whatever. So still can't put anything on these walls like that. But it would look better than if I just, like, put another square there. Like that. Because then it would just look like... It looked like that, kind of. And that just looks strange. I like the slopes. I like the wall. So we can... I'm going to do that all the way around when I get a second, because that's dangerous. Like, you could just walk right down the hole. But... today I want to go ahead and work on the refining room, which I want to put this way. And the reason I want to put this way is because I kind of want the printer for the ships underneath, or I haven't decided if I want the printer extended out one from that, or if I want the printer below it. I'm almost thinking below it. Put the printer down here, then they can escape that way out and go around, and then I can have like a ship storage out here where I can store the ships and connect them up, which is where it would make sense for all of the storage to come into this room, get refined and whatever. And then I'm still gonna have a cargo access point probably here. I'll have like a small cargo container. Small cargo containers are not useful very much in my opinion for storage because they're small, but they're good access points, so you don't have to like run to the machine you're trying to access or try and go wherever you're trying to go to pull the inventory. So let's come out like 7 blocks. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's a good little walkway. Not too long, but long enough. And then this is storage. So this room I actually kind of want to be square. Feel more... It's built to do things. It's not built to like be a place to live. And I'm thinking, because of, if I want to put the ship printer underneath, I want this to be long. So this is not going to be centered. It's going to be like off to the side, and I'm going to have this coming out quite a few extra blocks. Kind of like this. My other option is to have the printer out front, like here, and then have like a garage space under here, which would work as well. It'd be interesting. The ships, most of the ships are better designed to have like the connector on the bottom, but so would like I'd have to travel down and then back up to route it that way. Either way, we're gonna want, you know, this stuff kind of close so that I can. You'll notice I have a lot of steel plates too, because I can just place these. I don't actually know how big this is. I don't know if it's big enough yet. I know I want 4 assemblers and at least 4 refineries, if not more. We're going to talk about those in a second, and their cost, as well as the upgrades for them and their cost. Because that's when we're going to start running into problems with power, is putting a bunch of refineries in here. They're just very power hungry blocks. I mean, just 100%. Oh, and I want to put storage in here too, don't I? Do I want to put storage in here or not? Do I just want... we'll see how much space we have. And then we can either build another room for storage or put it in here. We'll see what happens. You can tell I haven't really thought about this. Don't judge me. I'm not a designer, okay? I just build things and tack onto them later. 9x9 houses for the win. But I'm trying not to do that too much in this one, as I said. I'm trying to... This is where I can be creative. Speaking of creative, so hopefully at this point, because my plan is to have already made and put out at least one episode of creative server creative in Jordan and Ryan's server. I have not recorded that as of recording this, because I'm recording this on a day I don't normally record, because I happen to have had some time to do it, so I did it. Because in my world, you have to take advantage of the free moments, because otherwise you will not have time. I can play games. I learned this when I decided that I wanted to start recording again. I can play games quite a bit. Finding time with nobody around long enough to record quietly, though, difficult. Which is why sometimes you'll hear Leah and stuff in the background, is because I'm trying to get some of the recordings done with, like, Leah around, or even Rose around. Like the last episode, Rose and Leah were both around. Rose came home, which is why I had to leave, or had to cut real early in the episode, which I think I actually said straight up. You know, but like, it's just difficult, especially because we live in such a small place that I don't have like a separate room. I actually play in the living room, so, you know, you're in the living room, so no privacy. It's fine. It's fun. Like I said, don't do it for maximum quality. I do it for fun. So, one day maybe I'll try for maximum quality. Okay, so just so we have kind of a general idea, the outer sides are the walls. And this is actually a decent space. I think we'll be okay. Assemblers. So I'm going to want, not the basic assembler, the whole, this is top tier regular assembler, and a refinery. Whoops, not a refinery. Not the basic refinery. Okay, so you can see how large the real refinery is. And there's slots on the bottom and on each side. And then this is the front. And then there are upgrade ports in the back. Okay? That being said, how many of these do I want? I'm thinking a lot of them. But I want to have space in the back for the upgrade cores. So let's have one space. So this is the wall. I want 2 space gap because the upgrades take up 1 space, and then I want the ability to kind of walk behind it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So there. So now I have 2 blocks and 2 blocks. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, and place that there. And 1, 2, place that there. And 1, 2, and place that there. Now, I have 1 block here, so I'm going to have to extend this out just 1 more. Which, actually, that's a lot closer than I thought I was going to be, so I'm glad I didn't have to go out like 6 more blocks. And that's 4 refineries. And I think that might be enough. If it's not, we have space up, like, in front. I can actually probably, if I wanted... Oops, no, not that way. Add, like with a 2... 1, 2. I could put another set here. Like, if I wanted, like, more. Like that. I mean, and that's still, like, that would all be refineries. And then the assemblers are significantly smaller at just, like, a 1x2. And they also have the upgrade ports in the back. They have attachment points on both sides and on the front face. And I think, since I want to be simple about these, I think I want these along the back wall, I think. Or do I want them here? Maybe I want them here close to the front. So I'm going to have the 2 block space, 2 block space, like that. And then these can actually just be touching. And the more of these you have, the quicker you'll build things. So I want a decent handful of them so I can... And I say quicker you'll build things, not in, like, speed of building an individual thing, but in, like, if I queue up 100, it will divide it among all 6 of these. So, you know, whatever that is. So you'll produce the entire set quicker, as long as you set them up to do it that way. They don't do that automatically. So then... Oh, that reminds me. So you'll notice I have an upgraded welder. I was going to bring this up, but then got distracted with the battery and whatever. So I forgot. I went and... I've been flying over and collecting these stupid things. Just as they fall. And one of them gave me an advanced welder, which is great, because I was busy trying to weld those stairs at the time. And man, stairs take a long time to weld. I don't even know why. Oh, careful, don't hit me. This one has a thruster on it. That's pretty cool. There was an update between last episode and this one. I literally got it today when I logged in. I don't know exactly what it did, changed, or added. Besides it telling me that my world would take a while to load up the first time due to it not being the correct version, but it told me that it would update the version upon loading. I haven't noticed too many changes. One thing I did notice, I'll show you when we get back, is it changed to the UI of like cockpits and stuff, which is nice. I really like it. There's a sensor. I didn't notice that. What's the sensor do? Oh, okay. Turns the thruster on and off. That's cool. I'm looking for the button. There it is. Helps if I press F instead of G. Oh, I didn't find any. Oh, so there's a chance not to find any? I didn't know that. Good to know. But I haven't noticed any crazy changes besides that. I really like the change that it made to the cockpit. And I'll show you when we get back to base. Because I think it really is helpful. So I'm glad it was made. The only thing I have noticed besides that that's not good is, and again, I'll show you when we get back, batteries, at least the small batteries, don't have indicator lights anymore. Unless I was missing it, which is possible. Let's see. So you can see that my battery doesn't have any lights, even though if I hop in, I still have 16 hours worth of power. So I have an inertial dampeners off instead of turning the thrusters all the way off. Because look, if I turn them back on, 9 minutes, turn them off, 16. So, you know, saves me some power. But what I saw is, look, there's little pictures by what it is, which means now, like, if I change this battery to, like, dirt, and then, like if, and so I experience this a lot when I get stuff off the workshop. People have renamed all their stuff, and I have no idea what the block is, because it doesn't say, it just says, like, dirt. But now it's got the little battery indicator, so I know that this is the battery. You know, that's a gyroscope or detector, even if I changed all the names on here. So I really like that. That's pretty cool. It's something that at least me personally really needed. And that battery may just not be lighting up because it's from the old version. Or if I ground it down and remade it, it might light up. Because this one works. And it looks cool. So, alright. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I went to get that drone. That was pretty cool. Nice that it had a thruster, so I got, you know, a metal grid. I do have a decent sum of metal grids now, since I have been processing and went ahead and built some. And we'll see if I want to expand this out. I might want to bump this out 3 more blocks, and that would just be to put in these large cargo containers. If I just, like, left this kind of area open. Oops, that's a small cargo container. Large. Because I can put some here. I just don't know how many I want yet. Like, do I want one? Do I want them touching or 2 blocks? I'm going with the 2 block gap thing, because that's kind of like what I'm going with right now. So see how that's 2, you know, and I could have these touching. These don't really need the space like the other things do, and I did only put 1 block here, because again, like, I can loop this right up into this, or I can loop it out the top and go through the ceiling, which is actually what I might do. I might go through the ceiling just to keep a lot of the conduits hidden, and I can run through the top of all of these and it won't even, like, affect anything. And if I put these touching, I don't have to wire these up at all. They'll just connect and talk to each other. I'm thinking I might bump this out just 1, and I can do, like, this. That's actually in the wrong place, but, like, if I bump, yeah, hold on. If I bump this out and go 2 more blocks, that way I can walk around if I want. This is definitely a big room, but it's going to have all of my storage and all of my processing in it without me having to worry about any of it. And I might even put some of my server stuff in here too, like computer blocks and things. We'll see. I haven't decided on that yet. But now I can put even, like, 1 more of these, just finishing up the room. Like that. So that's, what, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. So that should be more than plenty of storage for this base. I don't see any reason that I would need 9 large cargo containers for this. Like, that is a lot of space. So, that'll work. And there is a script I'm gonna be trying to use to, like, keep my inventories organized, at least in part. I can't guarantee that it will be the most effective, but I'm gonna try it. So the only thing is that these are actually a block taller than these, so there will be blocks sticking out of here going up into the ceiling if I do that, just because these are so tall. So, and I'm not gonna try and attach any upgrades to these yet. I'm just gonna worry about getting them built and getting them connected together. And I'm about to run out of hydrogen. Seriously need a mod that, like, alerts me when I use my last bottle, because I am really tired of almost running out of hydrogen before I know that I'm almost out of hydrogen. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. Just crazy. Alright. Where was I? Oh yeah, scrap. And construction points. I was building a lot of things. Ooh. One thing I want to do is... So I have 2 mods in right now that, like, organize inventory. Oops. Oh, what is that? I don't want that. One of them is an actual mod, and one of them's a script. Or split. Close bracket. That should be right. There we go. I don't know if that's gonna work actually, but we'll see. Kind of getting some stuff, but this is, or split. This is why I went ahead and got, like, that other mod though, is because, or the actual script, because this just doesn't work all the time like I anticipate it doing. Like, it's supposed to sort stuff, but I don't know. It used to work really good, but now it's iffy. Alright, so let's go ahead. I want to get at least one of these built, which I have enough for, so that's awesome. At least one of the refineries built, and hopefully I have enough for that, but I'm not 100% sure. It's really expensive, especially in terms of, like, steel plates, so we're gonna see how that goes. But at least I got an assembler. So this is the full assembler, so I can build anything and everything in here. So, see, all the things. So, no limitations anymore. And then this, oh, I'm just missing some large steel tubes. Yeah, see, I had a feeling. So, I'm gonna need a lot more steel plates overall, but I had enough, so that's good. I definitely need some more. Make sure we're on the basic assembler, because it'll try and default to the regular assembler. No, I need 20 of them if I remember correctly, and I didn't look very well, but I think I need 20. 20. Alright. Up the stairs. And we will make this a proper hallway instead of a sketchy little bridge, but just a minute. There we go. Yep. I was right. 20. See? I do pay attention occasionally. I know. It's very rare. My sister will tell you. God, I need a better welder. This takes so long. This should be done already. Come on. And finished. Alright. So I've unlocked more blocks too, which is nice. Okay. So, and then I'm going to want one of these built. Now this is only kind of true. I only kind of need one of these built. Because ultimately, I could just destroy that one down there and move it up here. But I kind of want to leave that one out there too. So, I need some more metal grids, 20 motors, and 8 computers. Need like basic assembler, computers, metal grids, good news is I should have plenty of resources to do this. I mean, if I don't, we're in trouble. Like, I mined a lot of stuff between episodes. Nickel's actually what I need you breaking up, I think. There we go. I think, whoop, fallen. I keep forgetting I could technically fly over here, but... Alright, there we go. Now the reason I wanted at least one of these done, of each of these, is so that I can link them all together and kind of get up into the ceiling and know what I'm trying to do. So now with all that done, we're gonna need conveyors. So I need just straight conveyors right here, and we're gonna start, of course, we're gonna start by needing some interior plates. Assembler. Oops, oh, not so many. Let's make 200 of those. That's enough for now. Because I'm just going to place them. And we'll worry about getting them built in a second. Interesting. Still haven't figured out exactly. That works. Okay. So I want to go. Where's this? It's in this back corner. So this has to go up one, because at minimum the ceiling has to be here. Dang. Oh no. Okay. Never mind. So there we go. It's like, it's not considered a solid block apparently. So at minimum this has to be this high, because that can be the top. That's minimum. So if we go ahead and bring this out to here, just so we can see it on top of the assemblers and on top of these, that means I have to bring this up 2 blocks to get that high, like that, and this up like 3 blocks to get that high. 4 actually, right? Yeah. So now we're all on the same plane. Now, what I think is going to be the best option here is to go ahead and destroy this. Oh, come on, I really thought that conveyor was going to stay attached to the grids. And just do these across the top here. that. And that way I can just come straight up. And this is all of those. No problem. Now, all the storage containers are already connected via touching. Wait, are the assemblers connected all via touching? Actually, they might be. Oh, you know what? I just noticed that there's upgrade points on the side. I might actually have to space these out. And I have them facing the wrong way, but they would totally be if I had placed them the right way. I don't even have this one facing the right direction at all. Hold on, because all of this is going to fall if I just break that. Hold on, because I'm a dirt. I'll be right back. Let me grind all these down, because I'm an idiot. Be right back. Alright, everyone, I'm back. So, I'm an idiot, okay? So this is not the back. These are the sides. This is the front, and it's got one upgrade point on the top. And then this is the side, has 2 upgrade points. This is the back, has 1 upgrade point and an access point. Then this is the other side, has 2 upgrade points. So the 2 sides have 2 upgrade points, which messed up my whole thing, of course. So I could put them this way. Whoa. Let me lock to the grid so that it's easier to understand. This way, like from this, and place them this way, so that they all have access to each other, and then the upgrade points are on either side. Or I'm thinking, or this way, where I have like 2 rows. I don't know, maybe I do want them sideways. I'm still debating it in my brain. Because this kind of blocks the door if I do it that way. And keep, like, a similar thought. So I can do... Well, that'll still block the door, though. Might have to bump this out one. I can put it here. I don't really need to be able to walk behind it. 6. Right? So that's the 6 of them. And that would allow... See, and this is why I was kind of thinking the other way. So the upgrade blocks are going to be here. So these are upgrade points. So they would come out to that far. So then you'd walk in and you have your upgrade blocks. You can access the assembler here if you needed to. Ceiling. I think that'll work, actually. You still lose 2 upgrade slots by doing it this way, so this is by far not the efficient way to do it, but you'll still have 1 on each end you can put here, and then you'll still get 2 per block, or 4 per block, right? 2 upgrade slots. Or I can double stack the assemblers and just like put them up into the air. Maybe I could do 2 sets of 3 if I did it that way. And then like I could start, like let's say 3 sets of 2. So let's go ahead and use 3. You'll still lose 1, right? Unless I spaced them out, but then that would defeat the purpose of me having them touching at all, which kind of was a thing. So then I can do this, right? And they still connect because of the bottom and top access points, right? They get the 2 on the back and the 2 on the front. And I might actually place these ones upside down. And the reason is, so on like this side, there's an access point on the bottom and an upgrade point on the top. But if I flipped this upside down like that, you'll notice that the upgrade point's on the bottom. Well, this one's upside up, so the upgrade point's on the top. And just so that we're clear, let me show the upgrades. I want to say like probably what'll be on here is speed. So let's put, and this, all the upgrade modules are 2 blocks, 2 points basically. So now I can put one here. Cost of building 1 works on 2. And I can do that for both sides. So I think that's what I'm going to do. These are going to be upside down. And they'll still work again, upgrade, or the attachment slots top and bottom. And then, see how long that took me? That was silly. So then I can just straight up, because all of these connect to each other, no problem. And, whoops, I don't know where that got connected to. Right there. So there. Now, unfortunately, this is not quite where I want this. The ceiling's right here. Let's actually, just to make it easier, put that there. And that there. Okay. So then, I can do straights from here to there, right? So those are all connected. And again, I just want to make this as easy as possible. Connect. Oops. Sometimes the way these like lock don't help me out. There we go. And then we can go straight from here. Oh, I'm out of interior plates. Good thing I was building more. Get down. Oops, that was smooth. Smooth as molasses. That's not what I wanted. Smooth as molasses. I'm an idiot, man. And there. Right? Oh, damn. Oh, I'm gonna have to curve into this, I guess. Which is fine. Curve. Right? And that works, right? So, that actually probably is better anyway. Just means I probably could have just run down this line anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. So now, all three of these would be connected. So they can work together and do whatever they're going to do. And the ceiling would kind of wrap around like this. See? And you wouldn't even, besides the one pipe coming out of this, like this device, this is the only one that I think is going to show it at all. Yeah, you won't even see it on that through the blocks. It'll be flush on here anyway. Like it only comes out of one block. Dang it, I always do that. You won't see any of this. So yeah, the only time you'll see it is this. Is just this one. So you won't even see any of the conveyors really, which is awesome. So now the only thing I need to do is weld all this up. The conveyors, that is. I don't remember what conveyors need what, but what I can do is I can actually move all of this out of here and into that other storage unit. And again, I want to leave that there for now. I have no choice but to leave. I'll let that run because I can't get stuff out of the refinery yet because I don't have the conveyor systems done yet. But I can move all of this in here, 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 and move these, this, and cancel these. Because now I can use the assembler up here. Like the regular assembler. That's the basic refinery. I forgot I could see the stuff from here, even though I can't access it. So it's processing nickel right now. Even though, let's switch it for iron. Because I'm going to need it. So now, if I want to go ahead and build the conveyors real quick. Oh shoot, not hydrogen.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
Oops. Refill. And refill. Okay, perfect. So, let's say I want to... Oh, and I didn't build this assembler back up. Should have, but I did not. And I'm building this top one so that it can access the conveyor network. Because I can't use the other ones until this one is connected, you know, so we want to be able to access our stuff. So now, if I want to build this one, oops, well, okay, apparently we're building a light armor block. Wasn't the goal, but that works for me. I'm gonna need some small steel tubes, apparently. So what? It's just iron. I can do that. I'm gonna probably need a lot of small steel tubes if I'm being completely honest. Because each one of these is 12, and I have a lot of them that I'm trying to make, so. Good news is, it's not super costly to make a bunch of these. Oh yeah, look, I can even build them all. Just iron. Just iron. So again, I want to get the... Oh, I'm gonna need motors too, dang it. Just see if I have enough basic stuff. Make sure I'm not gonna run out of anything else. Just motors and small steel tubes. So let's see what it's going to cost me to make a handful of motors. How many motors does each one of these need, by the way? 2. So if I make like a 50, 100. Let's just make 100 and see what happens. I need nickel for that though, so make sure I get nickel in there too. Hopefully that's enough nickel. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Perfect. I'm so happy. Because that would have been bad. That would mean I'd have to try and figure out how to get more nickel. Go with that for now. That should.
Energy.
Oh, of course. Yeah, this is the only one that requires more than that. Hopefully this will get me connected to the storage. It might just be a tiny bit short because of this. Yep, we're gonna out of motors. It's close though. It was super close. If I didn't have the conveyor blocks, I probably would have made it. And they're connected. So now, these work together. Oops. Apparently that fits perfectly and I cannot access it. That's funny. So... now I can't reach this stuff because that's not part of this, but I can reach this stuff. Yes, I'm gonna go get it. Dang. I keep trying to kill myself, I swear. Go ahead and heal, so that'll be nice. I keep having to look at my clock because I'm on a deadline. Not of like when to finish the episode. Well, yeah, when to finish the episode, but not because I like the episode, but because like I have somewhere I have to be. Oh, that's weird. Oh, thanks, Mike. Okay. So I just like don't want to like suddenly be like, all right, gotta go, bye. I need interior plate. I wish I could access through here. That would be nice. Just iron anyway. Assembler 23. Oh, probably just because I've placed a bunch of assemblers. Hold on. I'm just gonna name these like assembler 6. This is assembler 1. Actually, let's name this assembler main, and we'll see why in a minute. 4, 3, and 2. Okay. And then basic assembler, there, assembler main. Because, so when we do get all the assemblers up, to set them up to work together, we'll have to set one of them as, like, you get the requests and you divvy them out to the other ones, basically, is my understanding. So, darn, out of small steel tubes again. And interior plates. So that sucks. Dang it. Oh, I tried to turn my jetpack on, it didn't work. Alright, so I need more interior plates and more small steel tubes. Darn, I really thought that was going to be enough small steel tubes. But small. It requires a lot of them. All I can say. And just some small steel tubes, and we're done. This game can be disorienting at times. Like, what direction am I actually facing? Especially when you get into space and there's like no gravity, you don't even know. There we go. Connected. Now, this should actually be running. You can hear it. It's running. And it's processing that nickel like a champ. Awesome. That's what I wanted to see. So, that's cool. So between episodes, what I want to do is I'm going to try and get most of this welded up, the roof put on, and, you know, everything connected. Mostly the only thing I'll have left. So all the refineries, or all the assemblers should be connected. All of these storage should be connected. The only thing I have to connect further is the refineries. And what I think I might do is actually connect them under the floor down here. Because as I said, I want to put the printer down here. And I think the best... Well, I still haven't decided. Maybe I do want to put the printer here. Let me... Hold on. I'm going to go into creative mode real quick and show you. So, the printer looks like this. And yes. I forgot. It's considered a big... So it takes a minute to load. It's got 2 subgrids on it, so you do have to place like the welders and the projectors separately. But go ahead and orient this the correct way, which it's sideways anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why it thinks this side is the stupid. Okay. It's hard to move big objects like this. So there is a platform here, you can see it, that is for, it does actually have like ships, like, or I mean like rovers. So I kind of need, access to like the ground. So I might put this like here so that the ships can go on and off the ramp. So I might put this here and then build like garage space underneath. I think that might be a good plan, and it'll lock to this grid because I'm gonna use a projector to make it. So like it's gonna be like, there we go. It'll have to be like this almost. So it's gonna be rough. So like I can't place this one, which makes me concerned actually. Maybe I just can't. There we go. Okay. So it'd be like this. Well, or actually, I'd put it down like 2 more, so that it's actually in the ground, but it would be here, I'm thinking. So this would be, and I'd probably flip it around. No, I can't flip it around because, you know, the ramp. That's what we were just talking about. But that does mean that I have to run the conveyors all the way down to connect to the welders here. So, hold on, sorry. In creative mode, you can just do this. That way it doesn't delete anything, but I didn't want to delete the whole base, that would be awkward. So, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out. Maybe I want to build it like right off of this, but then again, I still need access to like right off the ground. So I can put it underneath here and just extend the ramp to the ground, which is a possibility. Again, I said I wanted to build like a garage or something here, so maybe that makes sense. You just build it and then you ride into the garage and then, you know, out into the real world. I don't know. Haven't fully decided. Still a work in progress. But next episode, it doesn't matter what happens decide-wise, but that's getting built. I just haven't decided where yet. But we're going to have to, because I'm going to need some ships now. Especially now that I have a way to process all of that. I'm going to definitely need some stuff so I can build more things. Because these lovely ships, cargo ships, are cool, and I really want to destroy them and steal all of their loot. So we're gonna do that and much more things and stuff, and maybe make this walkway a little safer so that I don't fall to my doom. So yeah, so until then, I will see you guys next time.